Hey Collective, welcome back to my channel. I am Blonde Rebel Healer and I'm ready to do a reading for you today, Sunday, May 10th. It's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the collective. And let's see what your ancestors, angels, and guides want you to know about today. Okay. Come through, ancestors. Yes. What is the message? And I just saw the number 29, so we're about ready to complete a major cycle. Okay, I feel like it's a love cycle. What is this? What's going on? What's going on for the collective today? Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. So some of you may start to feel like you can see more things. Maybe you can see things more clearly about situations. Okay, if there was any confusion about a situation, I feel like you're going to learn more about the situation. Okay, I feel like you're not falling for things that you used to fall for. Like maybe you're not even attracted to the same type of people that you were attracted to in the past. Yeah. Let's see, what else do we need to know? Okay, let me read you about this card. Okay, Starseed Oracle. And I've been taking my time with these readings, so they're a little bit longer, but I feel like that's the way I want it to be, where I want to take my time and not rush, okay? And I feel like that's actually a really good thing to know, is that good things take time. You have to learn patience. We have to learn not to rush things, you know? When something's growing, we can't just cut it off. We have to see how it's going to develop. We're going to have to see how it's going to grow. Yeah, so star bathing. Let me see what this is all about. Star bathing. This is like Aquarius energy, starseed energy. Okay, star bathing. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Okay, the stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally. So you chose to come here, collective, during this time to shift the planet to a higher consciousness, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be called to begin working with the stars in the crystalline grid of the Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on Earth to unlock these karmic codes. So some of you could be moving, okay? Some of you may be required to move in order to raise the frequency of certain areas. So, however you have voted, you know, no judgment here, but, you know, however you have voted, there could be a time where you're going to be asked to, or placed in a place or an area where, you know, you're going to raise the frequency by being around people who have different opinions of you or may have different visions. And so your higher power could be moving you soon to change that, to create some sort of new transmission, I heard. Okay, you may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises when you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. And see, I'm coughing right now, and I feel like this might have something to do with health, for health reasons. Okay? You know, it also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate the change of vibration. So yeah, I mean, things are changing. Your body's changing. And if you've been feeling really tired lately, it could be because the earth is changing, right? Okay, tell me more about what, and I also want to get a card of what your ancestors want you to know right now. So the reason that I had a hard time with my throat chakra is because Spirit wants you to speak up. In Taurus season, this Uranus and Gemini is about speaking up, speaking your truth, okay? Speaking your truth. If you know anything about astrology, Gemini rules the lungs, it rules the two sides of the heart and the two hands, okay? So you may be creating something new that, like, you know, you might be working in medicine, or you might be working in sales, like sales medicine. Something that's going to help change the way that people, you know, take care of their bodies. It's really important that we take really good care of our body right now, because the energy is changing so quickly, so rapidly, that we may not understand why we're coming down with certain illnesses, or, you know, getting sore throats. And also it's preparing us for, you know, whatever it is to come. You know, we don't know what's happening, but we can kind of see what's happening right now with the government. And it's really important for us to start stockpiling things and, you know, start learning how to make tinctures at home and gardening at home. You know, plant medicine is really important. So if you're interested in plant medicine, this is a great time to take a class to learn about plant medicine. Some of us were healers and shamans in a past life, and that's why we were brought back to raise this awareness about health and healing, because when your body is in you know, the right vibration, you're going to be able to get more downloads and understand that your vibration is very important to raise the vibration of the universe, of the planet. Okay? Sorry, I'm getting a lot of text messages right now. It's Mother's Day. Okay, so let's see what's happening. What do your ancestors want you to know right now? What do your ancestors want you to know right now? Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That is when you will grow the most. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of your journey. So whatever you're going through, okay? Or maybe you're around people and they're going through things and you're helping them. You're inspiring them. Okay, Spirit doesn't want you to lose sight of this truth, that you came here to evolve. You also came here to help other people evolve. You know, to teach people about healing and health and manifesting and staying hopeful, okay? Because we want to stay hopeful. We don't want to live in a place of fear. We want to live in a place of lights. And that's what the angels want us to know. Okay, any other starseed messages for the collective? Any other starseed messages for the collective? We are the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as portal. Okay, let me read this, what this one says, or what this one means. Okay, and Spirit's throwing out more cards for me too. We the Hathors. We the Hathors. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the Cosmic Mother, and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. There is a tender, nourishing card This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. And this is the Starseed activation message, okay? Place this card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. I'm loved and I'm held. Okay, so that's what's important. There's more love. We contain more love, or we are being loved more than we can imagine. Like, there's so many ancestors that are surrounding us. And they know that we're going through this major portal right now. So going through a major portal requires a lot of energy. And that's why you may be feeling drained. You may be feeling like you're eating more, you're sleeping more, you're drinking more water. You need to stay hydrated. You need to make sure that you're eating healthy foods, because it is taking a large toll on your body, but it's to help you to be of higher vibration when you go through this portal. All right, so let's move on to what else the universe wants us to know. Okay, let's get some daily guidance from the angel cards. Okay, what other messages from the angels? Okay, this is the angels deck, daily guidance from Doreen Virtue. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. What do we need to know? Life purpose. Ground yourself. Okay, Spirit's saying you may be trying to figure out what your life purpose is, okay? You need to focus on grounding your energy first. When you detach from awareness of your body and its physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy fulfilling earthly light. So yeah, you might be somebody that likes to, meditate, and, you want to continue to talk to your ancestors, but at the same time, you really need to ground your energy, because there's a lot of dark energies out there, and we want to make sure that we're grounded so that we are protected. Okay, but Spirit's saying there's nothing to worry about. Okay, when you focus on service, there's nothing to worry about. When you focus on your life's purpose and you stay grounded, there's nothing to worry about. If you were worried about doing this work or whatever work you're supposed to be doing, your higher power is they're going to put you in a space of service. So you may be asked or called to do something new that you haven't done in the past. Okay, let's use the planets deck to figure out what that is. Yeah, what else are we going to be doing? Some act of service. Okay, Spirit's going to place us somewhere to help other people. And that's what our next mission is. So everyone has a mission. New partner. Okay, you could be dealing with people from your past, and Spirit wants to make sure, are you thinking clearly about a situation? Maybe you have a daydream about people from your past, but Spirit feels like maybe you're not listening clearly, okay? It could be draining your energy, dealing with some of these things that happened in your past, okay? Interesting. Spirit's like, don't fall for it, Okay, don't fall for everything someone tells you just because these people are coming back in and you're falling for it. Maybe you're thinking like, oh, this person's changed, but really the only thing that's changing is you. Okay, you're changing. Tell me more about the situation with these past partners. Okay, tell me more, Holy Spirit, about these past partners. You know, we're going through a new portal and we're changing. Like, everything's changing about us. But Spirit doesn't want us to lose, you know, be realistic, basically. Be realistic about situations. Okay, people don't change overnight. Get a fair deal. Okay, because relationships, 7th house. Some of you could be dealing with some relationships. Jupiter in Cancer is exposing a lot of truths about these relationships. The North Node. Okay, if you're in your North Node right now, Spirit wants you to know things could be, this person could be coming back to, like, you know, shoot a shot about spending time with you. There could be somebody that wants to spend time with you. And Libra, resulting from the fairness, Libra is all about balance. Okay, is this the right decision to spend time with this person when you already know? Okay, someone could be very stubborn. Spirit wants me to be realistic, or us to be realistic about who we are spending our time with. Okay, you can't force somebody to be in a relationship. You know, if you want a commitment, you may have to walk away from certain people that are coming back in your life. Pisces energy. Okay, there could be a lot of illusions, delusions about what people want. And then we've got the Leo card, self-confidence. Maybe you guys, some of you guys are confident enough about moving forward, but others of you may be questioning whether or not it's a good idea to move forward with this person. Have they really changed? Have they really transformed? Okay, you may have changed, but you know, also Virgo energy is about perfectionism. So if you have Virgo in your charts, you know, or Leo in your chart, it's like, it could be like something about the ego. You could feel like, you know, I want to be together with somebody, but maybe you're thinking like everything has to be perfect. And Spirit wants you to trust your feelings. How are you truly feeling about this situation? Okay, because this is the 8th house. 8th house is like lovers. 8th house is also endings, transformation. So there could be, someone could be changing. Maybe you're learning how to change, collective. Maybe you and your person are learning how to change, and you're learning how to communicate effectively. Instead of like getting mad or upset, you're learning how to like come together and try to work things out and build a partnership. 2nd house, this is all about your self-worth. Okay, does this person want a friendship, or are they really wanting a relationship? Okay, because Uranus and Gemini, it's like people could be coming back into your life wanting to communicate. And Gemini is the 2nd house. So that could be, you know, pulling at your heartstrings. Like, it could be reminding of you about things from your past or your childhood where you didn't really feel good about yourself, or that could be the other person. But now things could be changing, expanding, growing. Maybe you learned a lot from the situation. Maybe a lot of these relationships have really helped you to learn a lot about letting go. 12th house. Letting go of things that are just addictions, okay, that are just illusions. If things are moving too fast, then that's a sign that this is most likely not going to lead to a relationship or commitments. Okay, or Taurus season could be changing a lot of those relationships for us. So let's get into the tarot and find out what the message is. Let's find out what the message is for this particular reading. Okay, so what do we need to know about this particular situation? And I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Okay, because I love tarot decks, so I always want to know what kind of decks people are using. All right, mountains. Okay, maybe you've overcome a lot of challenges and relationships, and now someone's ready to open the door to a new relationship. Okay, maybe this person and you are speaking about trying to work things out and like looking at the details of the situation and, you know, trying to figure out, can this work? Number 6 and number 43 could be significant. Spirit of place, number 4. Okay, let me read Spirit of place and see what... Yeah, Spirit could be trying to send you a message like, hey, don't forget about what happened in your past. You thought this person would commit to you, and then they didn't commit to you. All right, let me read about Spirit of place, number 4. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it, just as we have a soul. The plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. Ooh. Yeah. So it's like maybe we want to place the blame on others, but we also have to think about maybe we're trying to control something, and instead of controlling it, just let it go and see how it develops naturally, right? Don't put any restrictions. Yeah, so if your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than longing for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. You will discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is in your authenticity. Ooh, okay. So yeah, maybe you're too concerned about the details, like, you know, I got to do it my way or the highway in order for it to look like this. So everyone's relationship is going to be different. Things could move forward, but someone may have been rejected or feel rejected, or you may be worried that this person will reject you. Okay. Yes. Maybe someone's ready to give in and let go of fighting and arguing. Okay, so tell me more about this situation. What's going to happen in this love situation? Wheel of Fortune and the 6 of Cups. Sorry, the 4 of Cups. If you move forward in a situation, yeah, you may be like pushing away love and you may not even realize it. Someone could be pushing away love because they don't feel good enough. Okay, the Devil. What's the Devil? What's the 4 of Cups and the Devil? Overthinking. Ooh, I was right. Someone may be overthinking, like thinking too much about a situation. This could be you or your person. Okay. Where are we going to sleep at night? Or, you know, do I have to get up and leave in the middle of the night? Or what is this about the night? Spending the night. Maybe someone doesn't really want to spend the night. Maybe this person has a lot going on in their life. Okay. They may be dealing with a lot. They may have financial problems, and this may have slowed down the relationship. It's because this person was, yeah, two of Pentacles, the Hermit. Maybe this person just likes to spend a lot of time alone. Okay. Okay, maybe this person's coming forward to like extend the olive branch. Like, okay, I'm sorry, like, maybe I didn't see this in the past, that I might have been a little controlling. Someone might have been controlling the situation, and that's why this person wasn't ready to commit, because they didn't want to be controlled. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Maybe this person was just like, okay, I'm okay sending messages, but I don't want to deal with any drama. This person's sending a message that they can't deal with drama. Okay? They don't want to deal with drama. Maybe they're spending a lot of time with the mother. Maybe they picked this thing up from their mother. This person could have been young and went through a lot of trauma with their mother. Okay, and it's like they want to be with somebody who's loving and kind, but maybe this mother was, you know, intense, selfish, I heard. Yeah, maybe this person wants someone who's loving and kind. Okay, not a pushover. See how these cards keep falling over? Okay. Let me find something else to hold it up. Yes. Somebody that's loving and kind. Okay, someone they see potential with. That's loving and kind. And that's an Empress, like a woman who's like self-assured, self-confident, like can make her own money. That's what maybe your person is looking for. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for someone who will show you a lot of love and show you that they don't want just, you know, they just don't want to see you with your clothes off. They're okay seeing you with your clothes on at your house. Oh, okay. And this person really is single. And they're happy to see you. They're happy to know that you're single. So you might find out that someone is really happy to see you. And this person really is glad to know that you're single. Okay? Because maybe this person doesn't want to let you go. They may still be holding a grudge, whoever this is. Someone's holding a grudge. Knight of Cups, but they still want you. What's this grudge all about? Clingy behavior. Maybe someone felt clingy. Seven of Wands. Someone got defensive whenever, you know, the thought of being intimate came up, because to them it's good news, but to you, you know, maybe things were moving too fast. Someone thought things were moving too fast. Someone could ask you to move in. This could be the start of a new relationship, okay? And the end of a lot of pain. Ooh, I see the beginning and the end. Someone's thinking about starting over, but they keep thinking about the end, okay? They keep thinking about the end. Maybe this person is worried, like, if they start a relationship, it's just going to end painfully. Like, they may have gone through a lot of pain in their life, and that's why they may end relationships before they get off the ground. Is that what you do, collective? Yeah, you don't want to go through any more heartbreaks. So instead of going through anything, you just decide to, you know, I'd rather just be alone. But part of your journey on earth here is to be in a healthy, committed relationship. So that's how you're going to heal. That's how you're going to ascend. Four of Wands. Yeah, you want to be stable. You want to be committed. You want to get married. But this person may just see friendship. Okay, and that's not your idea of a relationship. It's like, okay, well, that's not what I want. I want the whole shebang. My dream is to, like, be together with you. And I feel like you have to make a decision, all right? Do I try to heal this relationship? Because I feel like you're looking back to the past and you're like, I want to be treated with respect. Okay, maybe your mother taught you about how to be treated with respect. Maybe she was in a healthy, committed relationship. And Four of Swords. It could be stressful moving forward in a relationship. Maybe you've learned a lot of things and now you're ready to build and create something new with somebody. Okay? Magician. What's the Magician? Yeah. Do you want to be alone? Is that what makes you happy? Being alone? Or are you ready to take a risk and move towards this person and focus on happiness instead of the darkness. And let go of the fighting and the arguing. Whatever happened in the past, you just got to move on and let it go. And give it time. Okay? Time is on your side. Time is your friend. The more time you give something, the more something can grow and develop. Okay? It's like a baby. You want to move towards it. You want to focus on happiness. You want to manifest a future with somebody. But it all starts with one offer, one date, one invitation, okay? You can't expect someone to rush into marriage. You got to take it one day at a time. Yeah, and see what happens. Is this person ready to offer you a commitment? It's all about time. If it's the right time, then yes. Maybe if you have to beg for this person's time, then think about, is that really what I want? I don't want to be begging for anybody's time. Okay? I want someone that sees a mutual interest. I want to see someone that sees potential in a relationship and wants to commit. Okay? A man and a woman. But you got to think clearly about this man, right? Queen of Wands. Okay? You're setting your healthy boundaries. And yes, this person might appreciate the fact that you're setting healthy boundaries, because that's why this person keeps coming back. If they keep coming back into your life, expecting things to fail, then they are going to fail. But if they expect things to work out, then they're going to be a success. And you've ended a cycle. You've learned how to work through a cycle by being alone and going within and understanding. Some people are emotionally immature. They're young. They're go-getters. They go after what they want. And then if you hold back because you want a commitment, all right, your higher power is telling you, you don't need to fight for someone's time. If they're not committed to you, then you're going to walk away. Yeah. They put you in competition, you know, and they come in and out of your life, then you already know they're hiding something. But if they come towards you and they treat you like a Queen of Pentacles, you know, somebody that deserves, then this person may be ready to make an offer. It might be stressful that someone's ready to make an offer, and then you have time to think about it. Okay? Are you going to stay stuck? Are you going to let go and stay stuck, overthinking something? Or are you going to keep fighting for what you want and take things slow? Push forward, take things slow, and then see what happens. Yeah. And it could work. Things may be a success, could be a successful relationship if you just move forward and see what happens. You may start by moving in with one another, and then you might end up living together for a long time. And then you're like, wow, this person, I thought they were a player, but really they're just hiding their feelings. My intuition is telling me this person's been wanting to work things out for a long time. Yeah, and I thought they were cheating. Or they thought you were cheating, but really they just wanted things to end because this person was going through a transformation, and so are you. And now you're learning how to communicate. You're creating a plan. You're moving forward. There's still a lot of passion there. There may be some anger, but you're learning how to let that anger go and walk away. When there's any kind of fight or argument, you just wait till the next day. Call this person up, or they call you up, and then say, you know what? There's still a lot of love there. I don't want to fight and argue. Yes. Because there can always be heartbreak in a relationship. But then you can give that person another chance to make up for it. As long as they're communicating and they're truthful and honest, things will move forward. Praise God. Okay. So yeah, let's give some last messages before we in this reading because I really like where it's going. Okay, what's the archetype guidebook card? What is this? What is this saying here? The animal. This person has their eye on you. Okay. Or maybe you have your eye on this person. The animal. I'm going to read about that one more card. Okay, venom. Whew. They may have felt attacked by you, and that's why this relationship had to end. A cycle had to end. Okay? But now the truth is being revealed. Sometimes this person's happy to see you. Sometimes there's confusion what they really want with you. But overall, okay, the mother. It had something to do with this person's mother. Okay? When they were a child. And maybe this person doesn't even know what it's like to experience love. And now this relationship is healing. Ooh, I like that. And what do we need to know about embracing the shadow? Okay, tell me more about embracing the shadow. Tell me more about embracing the shadow. The guilt trap. Release unnecessary guilt. Self-blame keeps you chained to cycles of suffering. Are you making yourself suffer? Are you doing it to yourself, collective? Codependency patterns. Evaluate where you rely on others for emotional stability. Reclaim your own power. Yeah, take back your power. You don't need to put someone through a guilt trip in order to see you or spend time with you. When you're happy being alone, and then you can show this person, like, I can let go. I learned how to change and let go. Resistance creates suffering. Flow with transformation rather against it. Yeah, just let go. And show this person, you know what? It's okay if we don't see each other, because I'm not placing everything on the external. I'm learning that everything, my happiness comes from within. Happiness comes from within, not from without. So the wounded heart. Acknowledge and tend to past emotional wounds. Healing begins with self-compassion. Learn to love yourself. Take care of your own needs. Get counseling, okay? Overthinking leads to paralysis. You may be overthinking things, or maybe you did in the past. Not every problem needs endless analysis. Yeah, if you have a problem in a relationship, work on it and move on. Don't focus on it forever. Don't always lean into pain. Lean into happiness. Leaning into happiness instead of always focusing on some sort of painful moment in the relationship. Okay? We don't need to focus on pain and all the time. Rebirth and renewal. That's how you know you've gone through something major. You're emerging from this darkness transformed. A new version of you is waiting. Okay? This is amazing. You're not overthinking. You're not in this place of being a victim. Okay? You're like, okay, if you don't see this person, you're not going to make them feel guilty if they don't want to see you. You're learning how to do things on your own. You don't have to be codependent on anybody else. And that is the name of the game. Okay? When you see these patterns, you learn how to quickly adjust. Okay? Learn how to regulate your emotions. All right, so that is the reading for today. I hope it helps. Sending you guys all love and light and healing energy. If you would like to book a reading with me, send me a message at blonderebelhealer@gmail.com, and I will see you on the next video. Peace. Bye.